So, hello.
Hi.
This is Stitch and Bitch. We like to stitch and we love to bitch. And so we just wanted to invite everyone along on the ride because this is just a normal afternoon.
This is it.
And why not share it with the world?
We always sit with heart glasses on.
Oh, wait.
And
crochet
crochet.
that we got at where else but Michael's.
And record
Not sponsored
ourselves.
by Michael's.
But it can be. Michael. Call
This
us.
dude named Michael used to give us yarn. So, yeah, what are you working on today? Because we work on a lot of things.
I feel like we should introduce ourselves.
Oh, you're right.
You know?
Yeah, what's your name?
We're not just Stitch and Bitch. So, I'm Jackie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Hannah.
Welcome to my couch.
Oh, yes. Which is beautiful, by the way. There's a really great story behind this couch, honestly.
It really is.
So, after missing...
But that's for another day. No,
is it? I want to tell it right now.
Yeah, no, tell it.
So, this couch, we were looking for a couch at, like, the thrift store. We passed up on a couple because we did not have the means to take it home.
Right.
And the thrift store's, like, policy was, like, you need to take it right now.
Yeah.
Or else you can't have it. And we were like, oh my God,
that was an issue.
it's not going to fit. So, one day, perusing Facebook Marketplace, here she was. Very inexpensive.
The velvet, the wood detailing,
the pink,
the antique,
yes,
the Victorian,
the vibes,
the vibe,
and
exactly what we were looking for. We wanted a vibey, like antique Victorian looking couch, velvet preferably. But
yes, but we would, we're flexible. But here she was. She was perfect.
She's perfect.
She was under $100, which is insane.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm gonna go pick her up.
Yep.
And then you showed up where?
At a yarn store.
And there she was.
The owner of a yarn store, and not a craft store.
It was
just a yarn store.
A fiber arts store.
I couldn't for the life of me tell you what it was called. I do not remember.
We'll link it down below. I don't know. We might.
We won't.
We probably won't.
Sorry, lady. You're very nice, owner of the yarn store.
I hope you find us one day. We'll bring you on as a guest.
Thank you so much for the couch. I did pay for it and pick it up. Actually, I didn't have any cash on me at the time, and my dad has a truck, so he was the one who came with me and picked it up, and he paid for it.
Sponsored by Joe.
Sponsored by my dad, Joe. Hey, Dad. You definitely aren't watching this. Yeah, and that's how the couch came into our lives, and it just felt
the universe.
It felt so fitting because it was meant. We were looking for it for the pod, Stitch and Bitch. We already had the concept of the crochet, and it just felt like a omen that it came from,
like a positive omen.
Yeah, are all omens negative?
I don't know. I have to look that up.
It felt like a sign.
Yes, it
did. The couch came from a yarn store.
And then we were like, we gotta make this happen because somebody wants it done.
But enough about the couch.
Yeah, but it's really, I could talk about it all day. It's really cute,
and it's fitting our vibe because today it's our first episode, but it's also our Bloody Galentine episode.
I'm so excited.
Bloody Galentine. What does that mean?
Well, you have to tell us about your new
tradition.
Yes, your new tradition.
Yes.
So go ahead.
I've decided. So I've always been a fan of Valentine's Day. I am a hopeless romantic. My birthday is in February. So
she's a Pisces.
I'm a Pisces. It's late February. I'm a Pisces. And I just always love Valentine's Day. I think it's a really cool holiday where people get to express their love to each other, and that's really sweet.
It is really cute.
So, I forgot where I was going with that. Where was I going? Oh, Bloody Valentine.
Bloody Galentine.
Excuse me. Bloody Galentine.
It's important for the rest of the episode.
It is. So, I started a new tradition. For Valentine's Day, I decided that I'm going to binge watch slasher horror films.
That goes along with your hopeless romantic vibes.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I love love,
sure.
and I also love watching old, gory slasher movies.
And sometimes this is where we differ.
It felt fitting, though. It felt like, you know, maybe it was the juxtaposition. Juxtaposition?
Yeah.
Maybe,
It is right.
I like the contradiction. I like the contradiction of, you know, it's such a lovey, pink, hearts, candy, love,
you know what
love.
else has red and hearts and guts?
I just wanted to watch some bloody slasher movie. I don't know.
So, I mean, I usually think I'm not like a slasher movie person, but you did get me to watch Scream this past Halloween.
The original Scream, yes.
And I did enjoy it.
It's the best.
It might be because of that one guy that plays Shaggy. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I forget his name always. Matthew something.
I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't remember, but that's his, I think, name.
Arguably, the original Scream is like one of the best horror films. It's a classic. It's a classic. Classic slasher.
I was skeptical. I was hesitant. Last year, you couldn't even get me to watch it.
No.
This past year, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy it. But I hate Saw.
No.
Those are gross.
That's not a slasher movie.
It isn't it?
No, it's not. That's like a psychological thriller.
But it's also got a lot of like
gore.
Aggressive gore.
Yeah, no. Slasher.
It's icky.
Slasher movie. Hold on. I have something in my eye that I need to address. And we're back.
It just makes me want to like puke.
Yeah, no. I won't even watch the Saw. So just as a disclaimer to my new tradition of Bloody Galentine and binge watching slasher movies around Valentine's Day, I don't like horror films. I don't like gory films. I don't like being scared. I really don't like scary movies. But for some reason, I love that. I need to clarify.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Bad slasher films. Like movies that any horror fan would be like, that's stupid. Yeah. It's not even scary. It's so fake. If somebody describes a movie like that, a scary movie like that, that's my scary movie. Yeah. It's got to be dumb. It's got to be like a little bit of satire. It's got to be like...
You got to be laughing through it.
It's got to be stupid.
Yeah.
It's got to be stupid. Yeah. And I love it. I love it so much. So I binged Scream 1 through 4.
Wow.
The 5th one is out now.
Oh, so you didn't watch the 5th one?
No, because it's in the movie theaters. Okay. So I'm waiting for it to come to a streaming service near you.
That works.
And then we also watched The Babysitter.
Okay.
And the second one, The Babysitter Killer Queen. Those were a lot more graphic, but still like funny. They were really good. Yeah. They were really bad.
That's good.
And that's what made them good. But they were way more graphic. Like, I wouldn't suggest you watching those.
I'm so glad you screened it before I
did. But Scream 1 through 3, tolerable.
Yes.
Scream 4 is when it started. There was like a 10-year gap between Scream 3 and Scream 4.
It's probably because movies today love the shock factor.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was still good. I still loved it. And I'm definitely going to watch Scream 5. I think it's probably going to be right at the cusp, if not a little over the line of what I can tolerate.
Yeah.
But I've come this far.
You got to finish it. You got to round it out. You got to
just got to suck it up. Take one for the team.
Yep.
I got to do it.
You do. It's so funny because like when it comes to like those sorts of movies, for some reason I can't sit down and like get myself to watch them, but like you really got it. You like dragged me into it and I enjoyed it. But like
so good.
When it came to like TV shows, for some reason I just watched like Game of Thrones that was super graphic, especially the first couple of seasons. There was like one scene that has burned in everyone's mind. Yep. Everyone's where it's not really like...
Not me, I didn't watch it.
It's not really like a spoiler, but like at this point, it's been out for so long. I don't care anymore. Yeah, like, at this point, if you haven't seen it, you're not watching it. Mm-hmm. But where like one dude like crushes someone's eyes into their head. And you see it and it's burned. I wish I looked away. And but for some reason, I kept watching it. You know what I mean? Like something like about the TV shows, it's because it's only going to be for a second, and I know it, you know?
Yeah. I realize what my criteria is for, like I said, it has to be bad, it has to be kind of funny, all of the things. But another big criteria for scary movies for me is the killer has to be exposed at the end.
Scooby-Doo style.
It's Scooby-Doo. If it weren't for those meddling kids and their dumb dogs.
Sheet off the head.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, though, because... One, if I feel like this is so realistic it can happen to me, I don't like that. I won't sleep for weeks. I was going to say days. Let's be real. It'd be the rest of my life. So, so it has to be like, it has to be unrealistic.
Yeah.
Or, because Scream is not necessarily unrealistic, like, I guess it could happen.
It could.
But it's very targeted, like, there's a whole storyline, it's targeted towards that girl.
It's revenge.
So, yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, so it allows me to, like, not to remove myself from it. I'm like, this is happening to her and her alone. And that sucks for you, girl, but...
It does. Just don't piss anyone off.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't piss any, like, random teenage boys off.
Yeah. Well, it stems around her mom, and her mom, like, hooked up with that kid's dad, so... So
now he's angry. He should have just seen a therapist, you know what? Honestly.
Parents are just people, too. So they make mistakes.
Yes,
and
exactly.
You gotta just let it go.
Yeah. You know, though, this is where it gets weird for me.
Yeah.
Would you consider Scream Queens in this category?
Absolutely.
So here it is again. It's a TV show.
Yeah.
Why is it? Maybe I'm just a TV show kind of girl.
Well, and you've also watched a few seasons of American Horror Story, and I personally think that right off the bat, American Horror Story has way scarier / graphic, more graphic scenes.
I stopped watching after like
any of the Scream Queens. The Scream movies.
Yeah, I probably. Except there was that one scene in Scream where I like definitely looked away. You were like, "Don't look," and I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna look."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, It was right in the beginning. I was like, "No, thank you."
Oh yeah, Drew Barrymore. She has her guts out. Oh, classic, iconic. Mwah.
Oh, but another TV show with Drew Barrymore is that one TV show she was in where she would turn into a zombie.
Oh my god.
I loved that show.
Is it Santa Clara's Diet?
Santa Clarita Diet.
Santa Clarita's Diet?
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of that too.
That was so good.
It was so good,
Netflix
right?
canceled
I'm telling you.
So mad
There's something about horror films, graphic slasher, whatever it is, once they cross that line over into a little bit of comedy, it kind of cancels out the gore, if any, or like anything like that.
It's the Scream Queens.
Yeah.
It's the Santa Clarita Diet. They're all a little goofy. And I'm not forgiving Netflix for canceling that because it left us on a cliffhanger. And I really hope someone picks that show back up because it was so good. I'm sorry. I know it was stupid.
She had an interview and she really liked doing it. She thought it was great.
She has like a talk show now, though. I don't know if she'll go back to it.
I do love Drew Barrymore. Shout out to Drew Barrymore.
We love you.
We love you. You're iconic. Thanks for watching.
She is iconic. She is iconic.
She really is.
I love her.
Yeah.
She can do anything. She can do any kind of show.
Truly.
I do a pretty good impression of her.
You want to hear something? Wait, I'm sorry. I almost glazed right over that.
I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up, though.
We're here. Here we are.
Okay, ready? I'm like on the spot now. Oh my god. I'm Drew Barrymore. Right? She does the thing with her mouth.
Yeah.
If you do that, you could do it.
A little, like,
oh my god. No way.
Drew Barrymore. I've never done it.
Barrymore.
Oh my god.
That's all I could think to say.
That was great. That was great.
No way.
No way. She does say no way.
I know. Anyways, what were you going to say before I threw that out there?
Fun fact about Drew Barrymore in Scream. She just talked about this on her new talk show. I'm sorry, Drew. I don't know what it's called. Drew Barrymore, the talk show.
She talks.
Check it out. So, she had Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
on her talk show, and she was telling Michelle Pfeiffer about how she got the inspiration for her character in Scream 1, right in the beginning, from Michelle Pfeiffer's character in Scarface. She had the short blonde wig and everything, right? And then Michelle said that her new character in whatever she's doing, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't fact check any of it.
That's okay.
I saw them literally talk about it, so this is a true conversation, but I don't know what Michelle Pfeiffer is in these days. But anyways.
Me neither.
Whatever she's in these days, currently, she based that character off of Drew Barrymore's character in Scream.
Oh, wait, yeah.
So she essentially based her current character, Michelle Pfeiffer's current character, off of Drew Barrymore's character in Scream, which was based off of Michelle Pfeiffer's character in Scarface.
Incredible.
So,
they're icons inspiring icons.
Really, it's just Michelle Pfeiffer inspiring herself.
Well, yeah.
That's what that is. And everybody else.
But also, inspiring herself through the lens of Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Who is also inspiring in her own right.
Absolutely, 100%.
So
yeah, that's a little fun fact for you guys.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. So, I want to get into what I've prepared for you.
Please.
But I do want to pause and talk about the crafts we are working on.
Yes.
So what are you making?
Craft of the day. Craft of the day.
We'll work on the segment names, but at the moment...
You don't like craft of the day?
I do. I like that. Sorry.
It's okay.
I feel like we had a name for it, though.
I think it was craft of the day.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Then what's your craft of the day?
I am working on it's a pattern for a toy hammock. I'm not going to fill it with toys, though. I'm going to fill it with yarn because we have a problem.
I love yarn. Well, look, behind you.
This is not even a fraction of the amount of yarn that's in this room alone.
Yep.
In this room alone. And it's hidden in crevices. It's under this couch.
You could just reach down.
Literally, there's bags and bins. Yeah. Underneath this couch, just full of yarn. There's bags everywhere. Oh my God. So I've been trying to figure out a way to store it. This is not exciting for anybody, but and then I saw on Pinterest, of course, the Holy Land, a toy hammock that I could make out of yarn.
Yes. Perfect. A yarn hammock for your yarn.
It's amazing. It's
so meta. It is, because I've seen patterns for like crochet hook holders that you can make out of yarn. Yeah. So you need the hook and the yarn to make a hook holder. I mean, I bought, and so did you, like hook cases already, but we could have made them, but...
Ooh, and maybe we'll show off our little hook setups in a later episode in case you guys are interested.
A hook haul, if you will.
A hook haul! I love that.
A hook haul.
Yeah, so, we're going to be working on our projects throughout. But Hannah, what are you working on?
I am working on this monster. I've been actually making this for quite some time because I don't know. I keep like consistent or, sporadically going in and out of making this. I found this pattern on TikTok. I believe the girl who made the pattern's name is Golden Fleece Crochet.
Shout out.
So she has a pattern for this blanket. It's called her camp blanket on Etsy. Right now, I'm just working through the bulk of it. And I did take the liberty of changing it a little bit, which maybe I shouldn't have done because I definitely miscounted. I meant to do like 20 extra stitches to make it a little bit bigger. Definitely got distracted, miscounted. I did 80 extra stitches. So we are making a gigantic blanket because I just figured out that I did 80. And I'm not starting over.
Absolutely not.
This is not happening.
This is just going to be a monster of a blanket.
It's huge. And my cat thinks it's done for her already. She thinks it's hers, which it is, kind of. I mean, it's mine, but what's mine is hers. And she keeps laying on it as if it's done.
Yeah.
It's not, but...
At least it's a row by row.
Yeah.
I've made a few blankets already, and they're star blankets, and you start in the center and go around. Mm-hmm. So whenever my cat Sunny wants to lay on my lap while I'm working on it, I have to like kick him off to rotate it constantly, where at least here they can lay and you can just keep going. I mean,
but I have to
because of the you have to turn your work. Damn.
But it takes a while. So she can lay on it for a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, time to go.
Exactly. Hey, these are the struggles we have. The struggles of being a crocheter.
Yeah. Especially with, it comes with, like, having cats comes with the package of being a crochet person.
Right.
Because, they just love it. And what are you going to do?
You would think they would play with the yarn. They don't. They want to just take over our projects.
Yeah, sometimes they do play with the yarn, but it's not usually a common thing. But yeah.
My cat's an old man. He don't play with the yarn anymore.
No,
he likes to lay in it, though, and that's so cute when he does that.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Adorable. So,
yeah.
on to the Galentines part.
Yes, we're done talking about the bloody part.
I mean, sort of, but not completely finished. So, I'm going to take this off. So
I'll say my final thoughts on that. Guys and gals, he, she's, theys, all my friends out there. If you don't have any traditions for Valentine's Day, or you don't have a significant other to spend it with, find comfort in your favorite slasher movie.
I love it.
Thank you.
What a great sentiment.
Thank you.
I loved it. So, we're sort of playing off of the Galentines and the movies. Have you ever heard of the Bechdel test? I hope I'm saying this right. I don't know.
Bechdel test. I have not.
I learned about it from where else?
Pinterest? No.
TikTok. Well.
Oh, TikTok. The news source, TikTok?
Yes.
Wow.
I love getting my news there.
Very accurate.
So, some people are, actually. What's that guy, Marcus? He does the news like this.
Yeah.
Like he's very serious.
Hank Green's on there.
Oh, yeah.
And he's people are pretty actual scientist.
He definitely is. He? I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either.
But okay.
But to me, he is.
To me, yeah. Same with Bill Nye.
Well, I think he is an actual.
He's also a swing dancer.
That's amazing.
I know.
Bill Nye. I have to say, not to derail, but because I could talk all day about Bill Nye, but like that was my favorite show when I was a child.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill Nye.
It was the best day when they rolled in the freaking TV cart and his like head was spinning on the screen,
Yeah, see, that he was still on the TV. Nobody was rolling in the TV with Bill Nye in my school.
What do you mean?
Because like...
Oh, he was still on TV.
He was on TV. Like, I watched it in real time.
I think he was, too.
Like, as the show was happening.
But they also had recordings of, like, the earlier episodes and bringing it in
They never did that in my school.
I don't think they wheel in TVs anymore.
Well, I've been out of school for a long time.
Me too, but I don't think
and technically I'm still in school. Well, whatever. Anyways.
Back in, you leave and then you come back and then you leave and you come back.
You back in.
Yeah. Learning is forever. But anyways, the Bechdel test. We're doing some learning today.
I love it. I love learning.
It is a measure of representation of women in fiction.
Love that.
So it measures like in books, in movies, whatever. So here are the requirements. There's usually 3 requirements. It must have at least 2 women. They must be named women. Like they must have names.
Okay.
And they must talk to each other about something other than a man.
I have heard of this.
I love it. There are some things to note, right? So it's not a perfect test. The Bechdel test doesn't like take into account context. So, for example, A Quiet Place probably won't pass.
Okay.
No one's talking.
No one's talking.
Yeah. I mean, they're signing, kind of, but I don't think it'll pass just because there's very minimal talking and it's not really about men or women or anything. It's just like scary.
Yeah.
And in some instances, the women don't have to be named. I don't like that. I think the women have to be named. Give them names.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going off of.
Okay.
So I have a test for you.
Okay.
A test of the Bechdel test.
Okay.
I'm going to have you guess if movies have passed.
Okay.
So I'm starting with the Scream movies.
Oh.
So I'm starting with all 4.
Okay.
Do you think there are any, like, what do you think? Do you think there are any that didn't pass? Or do you think all of them failed? All of them passed? What do you think?
I think that, okay, so there just needs to be a conversation between 2 women that don't have to do with a man.
And they have to be named women. They can't be like woman number 1.
Women, and they can't be about a man. I'm going to say that I believe that at least, can I say that at least one of the Scream movies passed?
That's your final answer.
I'm gonna say at least one of the Scream movies has passed this. What's it called again?
I think it's called the Bechdel test. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think at least one of them has passed. That's my answer.
Okay. All 4 of them passed.
Whoa.
With like flying colors, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. The first
they're talking about murder.
Well, literally. I wrote down some notes for some of these, like why they passed and why they didn't. There's like a website about it. But notes on the first Scream movie is that Sydney talks to best friend Tatum about things other than boys, and she talks to Gail about murder. Yeah. And that's what it said.
I knew it. That's how I knew. I was like, there definitely had to be a conversation between 2 women about murder.
It was about murder. That's what it was. Okay. So sticking with...
So, in conclusion, Scream movies...
are feminist.
Are feminist movies.
Yes, they are.
Tell
your friends.
I love that.
Tell your boyfriends.
Tell your boyfriends. And your girlfriends and your non-binary friends.
Absolutely. So, next, we're going to go with the next movies you watched, which are the babysitter movies.
Oh, great.
What do you think?
I'm going to say...
My phone keeps vibrating.
I'm like...
That was the second time it's happened, and I was like, well, maybe it just won't happen again. But it did.
I don't even know... Oh, never mind. I was like, I don't even know where my phone is.
It's what's being used to be recorded.
Hi, phone. Okay. The babysitter movies. So there's 2. Babysitter and then the Babysitter Killer Queen.
I honestly only did the Babysitter.
Okay.
So just
only the first one. I'm going to say that one failed.
It passed.
It passed?
I don't know why I didn't write it down, but it passed. So, congratulations.
Wow. Probably also because it's just 2 girls talking about murder.
Actually, I'm going to go into like genres of movies that mostly pass after this, and it's very interesting.
Cool.
Okay, now I'm going to throw out a bunch of weird ones. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ratatouille.
Passed?
No.
Oh, I have to guess?
Yeah.
Still? Okay. We're still playing a game. All right, Ratatouille. I'm going to say failed.
It did.
I just don't know a lot of female characters in that, so I assume that every conversation probably with a female character is with a male character.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. I think there's only that one chef. I don't even remember her name. She was really cool. But there's mostly rats talking to each other. So...
Also, is the rat... Do we know the gender of the rat?
Yeah, I think his name's Remy.
Remy. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Because I was trying to... Where did I... Oh, you know what I was thinking of? I'm sorry to derail from your game for a second.
It's okay.
But I've also been marathoning the Harry Potter movies.
That's in here.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, then you know what? I'll wait.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'll do that one next.
Okay.
So, do you think there's any... I didn't want to do all of them. But out of all of them, do you think any of the Harry Potter movies failed? And which ones do you think failed? It's a big one. There's a lot of movies.
I think that... I don't know... It might be easier for me to think of which ones passed because all they need to pass is for one conversation to happen, right?
Yeah.
That's all it takes to pass. So it might be easier for me to think of movies that pass.
Okay.
So I think that the movie number 5, I think that one passed.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah. There's more that passed, though.
Okay. I think that movie number 1 passed. Are you going to tell me if I'm right?
Why does this keep happening? You know what? We're turning this off. Goodbye, world.
Goodbye, world. Goodbye, true world.
Anyway.
Okay. Are you going to tell me as I guess them to you? Okay. So far
it's easier for me to remember.
Okay. So number 1 passed.
Yep.
Number 2. What's number 2? Number 2 is Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
I'm going to say number 2 failed.
No, it passed.
Did they all pass?
No.
Oh, okay. Number 3 failed.
No.
I don't like this game anymore. Gotten too wrong. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. So number 1, number 2, number 3 passed.
Very like wholesome movie.
Number 4 failed.
Yes.
And then number 6 through 8 failed.
So I think 7 failed.
Part 1 or part 1?
I think part 1, but also it didn't specify, so it might also be part 2 as well.
Wow.
And actually, like, out of all the lists of, like, surprising movies that failed, number 7 was, like, the one that they really, like, put out there as, like, I can't believe this failed. And then 4 failed because it had a lot to do with, like, kids dating each other, and everyone's talking about Harry and the whole spiel and all of that. And
I think that when there's more female characters, obviously you have a greater chance of having a conversation like that.
Yeah.
And that's how I figured out, at least initially, that the 5th movie passed because you had, what's her name? Professor Umbridge?
Yeah.
And so she was a significant character in that movie. And the one scene that popped into my mind was when she was kicking out that other professor, the one who was like psychic. That
Trelawney.
Yes. Oh, so cute.
I love her.
And so when she was like kicking her out, they're having a conversation about that. It's not 2 men. It's not about a man. It's just about her leaving school. So that's how I figured that out.
That's a good way of doing it, honestly.
But that was it. Other than that, that was tricky.
It is really tricky. But what were you going to say about you just watched all the movies?
Fun fact about Harry Potter that I learned, the snake that is
Nagini.
Yeah. Is a female.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Bloody Galentine.
Bloody Galentine.
She's a gal.
She is a bloody Galentine.
She's a girl boss.
Yeah, definitely.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Wow.
Trademark.
You know what though? Like I wouldn't.
Yeah, go off, queen.
She's living her life.
She is.
Although she's like with some weird man without a nose. She could do better.
Well, I think she dies in the end.
She does. So. She could have done better.
She could have done
Hedwig
better.
and her would have been cute. Oh no, Hedwig's a girl, but that's okay.
Hedwig is also a girl, yeah.
They would have been cute together.
But you know what? It's classic trope. Just the girl falling for the bad boy.
Sad.
Happens to the best of us.
It does. I have a couple of more movies in here that I'm excited for you to look at.
Okay.
Rent.
I
picked this one specifically for Jackie. It's her favorite.
It is my favorite musical, arguably. That could, honestly, I change my mind about everything all the time. But I think consistently Rent has been my favorite musical. I'm going to say... Okay. I'm going to say it passed.
It did.
Yes.
It wasn't even because of like those conversations. It's honestly because like the 2 girls, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I can't remember their names.
It's probably Mimi.
Yeah.
And somebody else. There's a few girls on there.
Yeah. So they're, they all talk about it, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with men. So yeah, it definitely passed.
Oh yeah. Wait, there's a whole song between, wow. I'm blanking on all of their names at the moment, except for Mimi.
I know. I believe you that it's your favorite.
The Take Me or Leave Me.
Yes,
is between.
That's literally what I was thinking of.
They're a couple, and so like they obviously talked about couples.
And they weren't talking about men.
No,
because they're
not, and they were together. So
exactly.
Okay, great.
So yes, it passed.
Haha.
Now
that was my victory laugh.
I'm gonna do like 3 more.
Great.
La La Land.
Fail.
It did.
I like right off the rip.
And you know what is so interesting and why I love La La Land. But what's interesting about it is I really liked it. I thought it was like dreamy. I loved it.
I
Except
do
the
like
ending.
the dreamy aspects of it.
The ending pissed me off. But none of her friends that she lived with were named. None of them had names. And they had a whole musical number.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And none of them had names?
No.
Wow.
Isn't that sad?
That's rude.
I know. I'm really sad about it.
How are you not going to name your characters? Okay.
They had a whole musical number, and they were her friends, and they were getting all dressed, and they were like convincing her to go out, but no.
Wow.
Now, here's one that I also thought was interesting. Valentine's Day.
As in the movie? Mm-hmm. As in, like, that movie that had all of those...
With Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say failed.
It passed.
What?
And that's so, like...
So Raven of them.
I know.
That's so Raven of them.
It's Queen Latifah's character and Anne Hathaway's character were talking about whether or not Anne Hathaway would be hired for something, for a job.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was where they were both named, and they were talking about something other than a man, even though it was all about heterosexual relationships.
Yes.
They all...
Wait, hold on. There wasn't one
non-heterosexual...
I've actually never seen the movie, but there wasn't one non-heterosexual relationship in that entire movie?
I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
Okay. We'll have to fact check that.
But...
Because that's ridiculous. If there's a whole movie that's about Valentine's Day...
I feel like there had to be one.
There had to be at least one, but it probably was so stereotypical. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Whatever. I feel like it was.
Whatever.
And my last one... Oh, no, I have two more. Hamilton.
Failed.
It passed.
What? Where? I literally just listened to the whole soundtrack yesterday, and I've also watched Hamilton at least twice in the last month.
So
wait.
Do you want to guess?
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me think. Okay. It had to be during the Schuyler Sister song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When they're talking about the revolution.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where it is. Mm-hmm. Good job, Lin-Manuel Miranda. You added in.
Are we sure? Because literally throughout the song, when they're singing to each other, they're singing about, Daddy said not to go downtown, so they're talking about her dad.
No, but then they're talking
about Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, but then they're not really. Like, then they're talking about the revolution happening and, all that.
Okay,
there's parts of that song where they're not.
Okay.
Last one, Anchorman.
Fail. It passed?
I don't know how, but it did. I don't know where or how. I didn't look it up.
A scene that doesn't have Will Ferrell in it?
I just thought it was crazy when I read it. I was like, oh my God. And I put it as... I should fact check it, honestly, but I said pass. So I was like...
You guys fact check it. Let us know. Comment down below.
Did Anchorman pass the Bechdel test? Let us know. What you think? So, to round out this whole Bechdel test thing, I think it's interesting the percentage of films that pass by genre.
By genre.
Who's John?
Genre. By genre. Genre. Pass.
By genre.
By...
So, the top one...
Wait, I'm just thinking of... lame.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Genre. Jean.
Genre.
Jean. Anyways.
Yeah, that's it.
We also love musicals.
Well, the top genre that passes the Bechdel test is musicals.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
And I looked this up after I made this entire quiz. The second top genre that passes is horror.
Is horror. Is horror.
It's horror.
Because they talk about murder.
Because they don't talk about men. They talk about murder.
Wow.
And the bottom, Westerns.
Because the only women in Westerns are whores in the saloons.
Yep.
I don't watch Westerns.
Me neither. I know Clint Eastwood. What's that one movie he made? Recently. He made it recently.
Recently?
John Mulaney and Pete Davidson were talking about it.
Oh, not a clue.
Me neither, but it's pretty funny.
Wow.
And then it's action and crime and adventure, of course.
Yeah.
So animation doesn't do very good either. Do very well, sorry.
Because this is a grammar podcast. So.
I'm sorry. We know I'm a Virgo. We already know your zodiac. We already went through that, but yeah.
I knew that this would come up in episode 1.
Because, of course, it's all I can talk about.
I knew that we wouldn't be able to get through one podcast without talking about it.
It's because of me.
Guys, if you want to have a drinking game while you watch our podcast or listen, oh my gosh, we haven't even really addressed...
They're going to listen.
The listeners.
Oh, no.
So if you're listening to this podcast and not getting the visual pleasure that is on YouTube, you're gonna miss out on seeing our little creations.
So follow us on Instagram. We're gonna get one today before this goes out.
We're gonna get one today.
Look at our projects and everything we make, and we might sell them eventually.
We might, if you guys are interested.
If we ever finish a project, that's guided to me. You finish a lot. She made this. No, you listening at home can't see it, so you got to follow us on Instagram. But she made these little candy hearts.
And on YouTube. This video is going to be on YouTube. You keep saying Instagram.
Yeah, and on YouTube. Duh. Yeah. Why do I? I'm in Instagram mode right now. On YouTube.
I'm a YouTube bitch.
TikTok. All of it. Reels. If that's where you consume your TikTok content, because that's all that's on there.
That's true. A lot of people do that.
I know.
But anyways, back to me and my creations. No, I did. These were kind of a collaboration project because although I created them, the concept of making the conversation hearts was your idea. Aww. And so technically, you came up with the idea, and then I just crocheted them.
XOXO Gossip. Mm-hmm. And speaking of conversation hearts, I got these out.
Cute.
I bought them, and I want to read some of them.
Okay.
For those listening at home, because sometimes they're funny. Sweet pea. It's a sweet pea.
Why?
I don't know.
Why does it say sweet pea?
Do you want to eat it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It probably tastes like chalk. You immediately hated it. Love you.
I can't even bite into it.
Look,
it's so stale.
It's like dented. Love you. I got it at Joann Fabrics. Not like Walgreens or anything. So they're probably from last year.
They're very stale.
Oh, I can't eat it.
Oh, it's gross.
I don't even know if it's
I was gonna say, are you even sure you can eat it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm good. Oh my god. It contains soy.
Is that no? That's okay.
This is an ASMR podcast now.
I would love to do an ASMR video.
We will.
Episode.
Eventually. We'll do one. Keep a lookout.
She seems reluctant, but
I'm not reluctant, but I'm excited. But I think we gotta get a few out there first, so people don't get scared and run away. You might be scared and run away now. I don't know.
What, wait, two girls crocheting and talking about random shit? Like, that's not compelling to you?
Melt my heart.
That won't be happening. These things are stale.
Yeah, it's not melting. My hero. What are these?
Oh my god. These are corny.
Yeah.
Wait, do you want to tell them about the TikTok that you sent me of that girl that found those conversation hearts?
Do you know how many stores I went to looking for those?
You were trying to find them?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I needed them in my life. So this girl, she found these.
Sorry, we don't know who you are.
I wish I knew. She found these like Valentine's Day stickers, and they looked like the little conversation hearts. Like they said, like kiss me, love you, my forever, or whatever.
Call
and then,
me.
Call me. And then one of them said gluten free. And I needed it. I needed it in my life.
Because when can you imagine if somebody gave you a Valentine and it just said gluten free?
I would love it. Not
it
everyone
wasn't even
did.
edible. Like
there were stickers.
I think that would be so funny if somebody gave you like an edible Valentine that said gluten free on it. That's cute. Funny. But a sticker?
Yeah. I would personally still love it. But if you gave someone who wasn't gluten free this random sticker pack and it just said all the cute things, one of them they'd be like, what is this? I feel like I got pulled from the shelf.
It was the only one that was not Valentine's Day related or like a comment or it just said gluten free.
Someone probably just looked up phrases and stuck them all on there and said this looks
two-word phrases. But you know what? Representation is important.
It is. It is really important.
And you felt seen.
Yeah, I did.
And
actually, what's his name? This creator I follow on TikTok, Phil Hates Gluten.
Okay.
He posted about it, so if you guys are interested,
Phil hates gluten.
Phil hates gluten.
Shout out. We're doing a lot of shout outs.
We are. I hope everyone.
I hope they all find us.
Yeah, because
Be our friends.
Really love all the people that we've shouted out already. Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barry.
Hank Green. Michaels.
We're just name dropping. Yeah, these are a few of our favorite things.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens.
Don't know the lyrics to that song. I know the Ariana Grande version.
That's a good one. I sang it in choir when I was in middle school.
Yeah,
as you do.
Well, as you did.
Yeah, as anyone in choir does. That's a classic. Also, Sleigh Ride. No, we sang that one a lot too. It's a classic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just a choir kid.
Just a choir kid.
Living my dream. All right.
Wow. Do we have anything else we wanted to add into our gallons? Let me check my notes.
Our notes.
My notes here. We're also losing daylight.
Yeah, but we have we have lighting.
Yeah, I just can't see. I'm blind. I think that's it.
I think that's it, guys.
I think that's it. I think we did it.
We did it. Oh my God, here we are.
First episode in the books. Bloody Galentine.
I love it. So remember to follow us on everywhere that we are, which is going to be somewhere. We will let you know.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. We're going to get better at this, I swear.
We might not, but.
All right, bye.
Bye.